Hello Tech Nation viewers. Today we're going to be discussing the fascinating evolution of Apple and some of the hidden truths about the company. This is a company that has had a huge impact on the tech industry and has changed the way we live our lives, so it's definitely worth exploring in more detail. To begin with, let's take a look at the early days of Apple. The company was founded in 1976 by Steve Jobs, Steve Wozniak, and Ronald Wayne, and was originally focused on creating personal computers. At the time, the personal computer market was dominated by companies like IBM and Commodore, and Apple was a relatively small player. However, the founders of Apple had a vision for creating more user-friendly computers that would be accessible to a wider audience, and this vision would eventually help to propel the company to great heights. One of Apple's first products was the Apple I, a computer that was built by hand and sold for $666.66. This was a very basic computer by today's standards, but it was a major innovation at the time and helped to establish Apple as a player in the personal computer market. In the following years, Apple continued to innovate and expand its product line. In 1984, they released the Macintosh, which was one of the first personal computers to feature a graphical user interface. This was a major milestone in the history of computing and helped to make computers more accessible to the general public. The Macintosh was a major success for Apple and helped to establish the company as a leader in the personal computer market. However, Apple faced some tough times in the 1990s and even came close to bankruptcy. The company struggled to keep up with the rapid pace of change in the tech industry and was facing intense competition from companies like Microsoft and Dell. However, Apple was able to turn things around with the release of the iPod in 2001. The iPod was a portable music player that revolutionized the way people listened to music and helped to launch Apple into the world of consumer electronics. This was a major turning point for the company and helped to pave the way for future success. Since the release of the iPod, Apple has continued to release a wide range of products that have had a huge impact on the tech industry. The iPhone, which was released in 2007, has become one of the most popular smartphones in the world and has changed the way we communicate and access information. The iPad, which was released in 2010, has revolutionized the way we consume media and has had a major impact on the publishing industry. And the Apple Watch, which was released in 2015, has helped to popularize wearable technology and has changed the way we track our health and fitness. These are just a few examples of the many products that have helped to make Apple one of the most successful and valuable companies in the world. However, there are many hidden truths about Apple that are lesser known to the public. For instance, did you know that Apple's iconic logo, the apple with a bite taken out of it, was actually inspired by the story of Adam and Eve in the Bible? Or that Apple co-founder Steve Jobs was adopted and never knew his biological father? These are just a few examples of the fascinating stories that are hidden within the history of Apple. One area that Apple is likely to continue focusing on is artificial intelligence and machine learning. The company has already integrated these technologies into its products in a number of ways, such as with Siri, the personal assistant on iOS devices, and the machine learning algorithms that power features like Face ID and Animoji. It's likely that Apple will continue to invest in AI and machine learning and find new ways to incorporate these technologies into its products. Another area that Apple may focus on in the future is augmented reality and virtual reality. The company has already made some strides in this area with the release of Arcit, a platform for developers to create AR apps for iOS devices, and the rumors of a potential AR/VR headset. It's possible that Apple will continue to explore these technologies and find ways to integrate them into its products and services. Finally, Apple may also look to continue expanding its presence in the home with smart home devices. The company has already released products like the HomePod, a smart speaker, and the Home app, which allows users to control their smart home devices through their iOS device. It's likely that Apple will continue to invest in the smart home market and find new ways to make our homes more connected and convenient. In conclusion, Apple is a company that has had a huge impact on the tech industry and has changed the way we live our lives. From its humble beginnings in a garage in Silicon Valley to its current position as a global technology giant, Apple has come a long way and has an exciting future ahead. We hope you've enjoyed learning more about the evolution of Apple and some of the hidden truths about the company. Stay connected and stay informed with Tech Nation.